Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the vlog. Vlog. I hope the start of your day is absolutely incredible. If you guys like feeding reptiles, you are gonna love today's vlog because we have to feed all of our snakes and lizards and turtles and everything else going on. So we are gonna have an absolutely incredible time. We'll visit the crew, see what they have to feed, and then I'll feed some stuff. As a matter of fact, Noah and myself are gonna make a little bit of a rig for Speedy or Savvy to see if we can get a new perspective on the old Speedy cam. So we're gonna enjoy ourselves there. What do you say we have an absolutely amazing day together and push all our problems aside for the rest of this vlog? Go down in the comments, tell me something awesome today, because I love reading about you guys. While you're down there, smash that like button and turn those post notifications on. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Let's go ahead and just jump right in and start feeding some animals. So of course, when you have a big collection of snakes or reptiles, whatever the case is, it's not like you really have one feeding day, but we do have like big feeding days, right? So really, Monday through Thursday, we are feeding something all the time, but typically a couple days a week are kind of our bigger feeding days. And sometimes people ask me like, how often do you feed a reptile? Well, when it comes to a snake, typically we feed once every week. Like with the real big snakes, we'll feed anywhere from 7 to 14 days, just depending on how they are in their feed cycle. With the smaller snake, we may feed a little bit more often. Like with a baby clubert that we're trying to raise up, we may feed twice a week, but we personally don't feed more than twice a week. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I know people that have raised ball pythons feeding them 5 or 6 times a week. I personally don't think that's a really good option. I think that it probably shortens their life, but that being said, they are binge feeders in the wild, so maybe that's what they do in the wild. I have no idea, but I think a great schedule is really once a week on average when it comes to snakes. When it comes to lizards, it can be completely different. Some lizards eat every single day. Some lizards eat 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, it just really depends. Crocodilians will eat often, but then go 3 or 4 months during the winter. So you get my idea. Everything is a little bit different, but we are feeding mainly snakes today, and today happens to be one of our biggest feed days. So we feed baby ball pythons, we feed medium rats, large rats, we feed a bunch of baby cluberts. We'll definitely be feeding Speedy and Bella and Karma and all that stuff. So we have a lot to do. I just know a few people have asked in the past, how often do you feed snakes? So, you know, that's kind of an answer, or at least amazing about snakes is the speed that they strike. I mean, literally, when you think about it, I'm filming at 24 frames a second. So every second there's 24 frames that a video goes. That's the rate that we film at. Point is literally in just a couple frames, a snake goes from sitting still to striking and coiling. I mean, in less than a second, they are literally lunging, coiling, because you got to remember, a lot of snakes, in particular the ball pythons, certainly are ambush hunters. So they're going to sit there, and when a mouse or some sort of rodent comes by, I mean, they are opportunistic. They have to strike, they have to wrap, and they have to do it. If they miss, then there's no food for the day. So I just think it's really, truly amazing to see the speed that they absolutely strike. I mean, it is so amazing that they can eat like that without hands. They're incredible animals.
So my new Simpsons, Children's, and Spotted Pythons did really well for their first feeding. The majority of them did eat. Just a few were a little too shy, but I'm sure by next week they'll be a little more settled in and they'll come around and they'll be eating in no time. So far, I'm really happy with them. I think today went great.
So the Python dungeon is all fed. Let's check in with Eric and see what he's got going on. Eric, your job is to feed all of these.
Yo.
These are basically all the little colubrids and some of the little boas, like rainbow boas and stuff like that.
You know, we have a keeper section, which we're trying to kind of bulk up. So we have a section that we feed twice a week, 2 small meals, and then the other guys we're feeding once a week.
Today is kind of your big feed day.
Big feed day. Everything gets fed today.
Gotcha. So you see all these fuzzies here. These are a little bit bigger, almost like hoppers. Then, of course, you've got pinkies over here. Basically, you just go through kind of size things up depending on what they are, right?
Yeah, and after a few times of doing it, you kind of know this rack's going to get this size, the other rack's going to get the other size, and you can just play it by ear.
And it's pretty amazing that even with a whole row of snakes like this, after just working with them for a while, you do really get to know like each individual snake, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's really weird. You wouldn't think so, but they definitely have their own little ways of eating.
Yeah, and you just kind of learn, you know, like, all right, this one needs, you know, to be teased a little bit. This one just leave in the cage overnight, something like that. So even with sometimes dealing with thousands of snakes, you can really get in tune with them pretty quick. So anyways, go ahead and feed this rack. Enjoy yourself.
Great.
You've got a lot of work to do. All right,
thank you.
Catch you in a few. Eric is done feeding all these guys. Let's go up front and feed Karma and the usual suspects. We feed Karma all kinds of stuff, but he goes bonkers for hornworms. He absolutely loves them. You gonna get him, bud? Left alone. Today she had me laughing. So we've been doing Speedy Cam forever, and basically what I do with Speedy Cam is I just take a GoPro and I just kind of tape it to the top of his shell. We started by trying to actually put a nail. No, we did not put a nail in his
I was like, what?
No, we always just tape it on. But you know, we've always got that perspective, which I think is cool because you kind of see his head this way. But I was thinking to myself, let's try to get a different perspective. And I was kind of thinking if we could somehow get like a perspective this way back on him, so when he's walking around, you kind of see him from his angle and straight forward. I don't know if this is going to work. So the idea is to again tape this kind of new rig like this at the front of his shell. It's okay, Speedy, and see if we can actually see him eating. I have no idea if this is going to work. So we're going to use this this foil tape because it's a little bit stronger than just like packing tape, and this doesn't hurt his shell whatsoever. It's just tape. It comes off. The adhesive is not strong on this to the point where it doesn't stick. It doesn't doesn't leave any glue or anything like that, so I don't want anyone to think that. So what do you say we give this a shot? I think that maybe let's try to tape it like right here. The trick of this is really gonna be not only trying to make this as secure as possible, but also have the right angle with the camera. So again, I'm just gonna kind of put a handful of layers of tape on this. Once again, this tape comes off like no problem. I mean, there will be no residue or anything like this. So, but I just think it'll be kind of a neat perspective if we can get it. Now it's just a matter of positioning the camera the way I want it, which I think that this is gonna be the angle. I think this might actually work. I mean, this is pretty cool.
This is pretty cool.
You guys have probably seen like those reality shows when someone's running through the woods and the camera's kind of bouncing back. That's kind of what gave me the idea. Those are actually cameras that go over someone's head and then shoots back at them. So I don't know. What do you say we lay out some food and see if Speedy wants to eat?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go. And there it is, feeding all of our animals. I tell you, we feed almost every day, but today is definitely the biggest feed day of the week, but I think it's absolutely incredible, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as well. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you guys have an amazing day, evening, morning, whenever you happen to be watching. Your support means the world to me, and I love you guys so much. Can you do me a couple favors before we get out of here? Can you smash that like button, as well as turn those post notifications on so you know when I upload a video, which is every day, 7 days a week, 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and 2 times a week we go live Wednesday and Saturday. So I hope that you guys can join us. Make sure to be kind to someone today, and I promise I'm going to see you